Hello, I'm Dr. Girish Raisingani, Associate Professor, Department of Botany, SPC Government College, Ajmer. Today we are discussing conservation of soil and water resources. In part 2, we are discussing water resource. In the previous lecture, in part 1, we had discussed about soil resource, and we all know that we had also discussed about the need for conservation. We know that conservation is important to maintain ecological balance, for supporting life, to preserve different kinds of species like biodiversity, to make the resources available for present and future generations, and to ensure the survival of human race. So, also very important resource, and we have to prevent it. Now, water resource, as we all know, water is a vital resource necessity for all aspects of human and ecosystem survival and health. Water management is thus necessary for crop yield and other activities. If we talk about the degradation of water resource, degradation of water is decrease in quality and quantity of water on the earth's surface. Main reasons for degradation of water are to meet the need of increasing population. As we all know that the population is increasing day by day, so the necessity of water is also being increasing. So surface water and the groundwater are being overdrawn. Second, sewage makes fresh water unfit for use. It's a very major problem nowadays. Agricultural waste and industrial waste enter the water bodies and they get polluted. This is also a very important point that agricultural waste, which you are having, an industrial waste, which you are getting day by day, it is increasing, and these they are getting polluted. The water they are polluting our water bodies, and we are not getting water for our drinking purpose also. Then the continuous decrease of groundwater level along coastal regions often cause movement of saline sea water into freshwater wells. Freshwater wells, they are also being spoiled, thus spoiling their water quality. The water quality is also being spoiled. Now, if we talk about the water conservation, if we define water conservation, it refers to reducing the usage of water and recycling of wastewater for different purposes. A water conservation measure is an action, behavioral change, device, technology, or improved design or process implemented to reduce water loss, waste, or use. Now, these are some of the actions which we have to take to conserve the water. Now, goals for water conservation. Main is sustainability. To ensure availability for future generations, the withdrawal of fresh water from an ecosystem should not exceed its natural replacement rate. It's very important. Then energy conservation. Water pumping, delivery, and wastewater treatment facilities consume a significant amount of energy. In some regions of the world, over 15% of total electricity consumption is devoted to water management. Then habit conservation. Minimizing the human water use helps to prevent freshwater habitats for local wildlife and migrating water flow, as well as reducing the need to build new dams and other water diversion infrastructure. Now, we'll discuss about some of the measures for water conservation, what measures we can take to conserve water. Broadly, we can classify them into four categories: social measures, household measures, commercial measures, and agricultural measures. First, we take social measures. Water conservation programs are typically initiated at the local level by either municipal water utilities or regional governments. Common strategies include public outreach campaigns, tiered water rates, charging progressively higher prices as water use increases, or restrictions on outdoor water use such as lawn watering and car washing. Car washing also destroys water or waste water for very maximum amount. Water metering should also be done universally as it reduces consumption by 20 to 40% by raising consumer awareness, and it also helps to identify and localize water leakage. Researchers have suggested that water subsidies to farmers should be removed so that they will grow more water efficient crops and adopt less wasteful irrigation techniques. Household measures, if we talk about household measures, it includes using low flow shower heads, low flush toilets, and composting toilets, recycling of wastewater through purification at a water treatment plant. Then most important is rainwater harvesting. We should do this very promptly. Faucet aerators which break water flow into fine droplets to maintain wetting effectiveness while using less water. Garden hose nozzles that shut off water when it is not being used instead of letting a hose run. Then commercial measures. It includes waterless urinals, waterless car washes, infrared or foot operated taps which can save water by using short bursts of water for rinsing a kitchen or bathroom. Then water saving steam sterilizers for use in hospitals and healthcare facilities. Then agriculture measures which we can take for crop irrigation. Optimal water efficiency means minimizing losses due to evaporation, runoff or subsurface drainage while maximizing production. Overhead irrigation using center pivot or lateral moving sprinklers has the potential for a much more equal and controlled distribution pattern. Drip irrigation offers the ability to deliver water to plant roots with minimal losses. This method we can easily adopt, that we can use drip irrigation, and this will definitely improve the plant root and improve the plant or improve the crop for our with the minimal loss of water. As changing irrigation systems can be costly undertaking, conservation efforts often concentrate on maximizing the efficiency of existing system. This may include chiseling compacted soils, creating furrowed dikes to prevent runoff, and using soil moisture and rainfall sensors to optimize irrigation schedules. Usually, large gains in efficiency are possible through measurement and more effective management of the existing irrigation